Hey everybody, Travis Holzem with Food Forest Abundance, Minnesota. I got to make this quick because my battery is getting low and I just made a 20-minute or between 12 to 15 minute video and I accidentally had it on time lapse. So that doesn't work for this. So anyway, I'm in my basement here in Apple Valley in my townhouse, and this is the spare room I have with nothing in it. So I turn it into my grow room. And I live in Minnesota. That's why it's Food Forest Abundance, Minnesota, obviously. So cannot grow outside in the winter. So I have this room as my setup to grow food during the winter. And I just want to show you my bucket system and just show you it doesn't take up very much space, so anybody can do this. And then you can also set up with shelving and grow lights and timers, and everything can be about as hands off as you can get it. Obviously there's a little bit of maintenance, but for the most part you can, with all the timers and everything, you can automatically water everything, so you're refilling a receptacle that feeds your plants. So that's where your water source is. And whether you're growing with water or you're growing with soil, either way, you can set automatic watering systems up. And that's basically how I do it. But I'm going to turn you around and show you the bucket system. It's completely broken down right now, because I took it down and cleaned everything, and it's getting set up for this winter. And I'm going to grow 3 types of tomatoes and 3 types of peppers in this. And then I'm going to get 6 more buckets, and I'm going to try cannabis. Since it is legal here in Minnesota, I'm going to start growing that in these 5-gallon buckets and see how that works out. And also, growing with soil indoors. You can grow cannabis indoors in soil, in pots. So you could probably get a 5-gallon pot, a few 5-gallon pots or buckets, and fill them with the right soil, and you could grow cannabis in buckets indoors. So we can set those types of systems up for you too, whatever you would like. I can do custom grow rooms. You let me know what you want to grow and we'll set a system up for you with shelving, lighting, fans, automatic watering systems. If you heat, sometimes you need heat depending on where it's going to be. You need circulation, all that type of stuff, depending on how large a system you want or how complicated of a system you want. Depends what you're trying to grow. But I'm going to turn you around quick because my battery's going. And like I said, it's broken down. I'm going to go through it really quick just to show you all the components and how it works. Here we go. All right. See, it's over here. Actually going to be building a base for the buckets. I have all this wood in here. So I'm going to build a base, and I'm going to build a trellis. That is going to be, the trellis is going to be above the buckets, but it's also going to hold the lights, so they're not going to be connected to the studs up there. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to have the trellis with the lights on it, and then we're going to be able to trellis the tomatoes and the peppers, because they grow so well, they can get very, very out of hand. They get out of hand quickly. So yes, so we got your buckets, and basically what this system does, the bucket on the end is your nutrient bucket, okay? So you're gonna fill it up. You can see the blue straw on the side. Well, that is your water level. So you fill your bucket all the way up with water. You put your nutrients in there, and then that bucket is going to feed your 6 buckets through this bottom hose, as well as your sprinkler hose. or your drip line, okay? And this is the top. And well, you got these little things. You're gonna hook your hose into that, and then your water's just gonna drip in. But anyway, that's what you're growing in. You got a net in the bottom. You also have lines coming off of that pump right there. There's gonna be 6 lines, one for each bucket, and those lines, okay, here's that right here, is gonna go through here, and then it's gonna connect to this bubbler here. Okay, it's gonna lay in the bottom of the bucket, and it's gonna bubble. There's gonna be water in each of these buckets from here, and also when the water drips from your line. Okay, so there's always nutrients in the water, and when this bubbler, the bubbles pop, they sprinkle the bottom of the roots that are going to be coming through here. Okay, so it's a closed system once you set it up, and the only maintenance you have to do is you want to prune your plants so to keep them focused on fruiting and not growing like crazy. And then every couple of weeks you are going to refill that bucket with water, because it's not, some's going to evaporate, but these plants are going to be soaking it up. That's how they're going to grow. So that's that system. And I have these for sale on my website. So you can visit my website, foodforestabundancemn.com, and I'll put a link on the front page for indoor growing. I don't know if I have it on there yet or not. Sorry about that. I'm not sure if I added to the front. I know I added it in the shopping cart, so you can buy these systems off from me, and then I will, if you're near me in the local area, I will deliver these to you. And I also have a service where I will set them up for you. You just decide what you want to grow in them, and I will set the system up for you at your home. Otherwise, you can do it yourself. It comes with everything you need. It doesn't come with the tools that you need for cutting hose and stuff like that. I mean, you could use a scissors if you want, but I would suggest using a hose cutter, because it cuts very clean and you get accurate, straight cuts, and that makes putting together all the components much easier. And there's also some other tricks you can do to make it easier, like heating the hose up with a torch or a heat gun as you slide the components together. There's a lot of that. So you're going to get 2 long rolls of hose, and you got to cut it to fit all these. And then obviously you have your drip line heads, and you can twist these for the amount of water you want. And then this goes here, and you turn that on, and all the water that drips in, and here you're getting water. It's keeping the bottom of these filled so that bubbler can sprinkle the roots coming through the top. But you're also feeding the top of the roots, and then that water will flow down through the roots. And then you have this system, that connects to the nutrient bucket there, and then has all of your drip lines to each bucket. And then you have your air pump here, and then you're gonna cut all your lines to connect here, and then you connect this piece, and then you have your hose that goes to each bucket and the bubbler. And then let me show you here inside the nutrient bucket here. All right, you're gonna have a pump here, which connects here. And then that, like I said, connects to this hose, and then that's gonna connect to all your drip lines. But you fill this with your nutrients and your water, and then basically plug it in, put it on a timer, or put the lights on a timer, and away you go. And like I said, I'm building a base and then a trellis to go above these, and just more control over the lights. I just rigged it up really fast last time because I was excited to get started. But this time I'm, focusing more on making sure everything's organized and clean. And then over here, these shelves are all empty now, but they're going to be full of food here shortly. This is where I will grow all winter. I'm going to have a microgreen set up on this one here, or actually this will be for some of my taller fruits and vegetables. I have some trees outside I can put down here. I got fig trees, lemon trees, lime trees, pomegranate. What else? Did I say? Lemon, lime, fig. What else we got out there? Yeah, there's some stuff out there that has to come in. Oh, I have banana trees outside also. So those will go under